this lesson. All right, everybody. So it's today's transformation lesson number 2. According to the syllabus, yesterday we studied reflection of a shape in a straight line. Yesterday we studied this already. Then we also studied what is translation of a shape by a vector xy. Agree? So now today's task is a rotation and enlargement. So let me give you a very quick recap. The brainstorming of the previous
सर
lesson.
आपकी स्क्रीन नहीं
Yes.
शो हो रही.
Oh, एक
Hello,
minute.
sir. Good evening.
Good evening. Thank you.
How are you, sir?
I'm good. I'm good. Thank you.
That's amazing to hear.
Thank you so much. Okay. So now you can see that one thing that this is okay, sir. अपने screen share नहीं है. Okay, screen share हो गई है बेटा. Okay, yesterday we studied reflection and translation, and I said all of you that reflection and translation is they will come in cumulative exam for two marks each. So this is for 2 marks and that is for 2 marks. ठीक है? Not more than 2 marks. So remember one thing, it's a brainstorming now. So brainstorming के अंदर आप लोग ये याद रखें कि आप लोग कभी भी किसी टॉपिक को प्रैक्टिस करने से पहले उसका brainstorming जरूर करा करो. Brainstorming is a technique by which you can recall your information which you have learned a day before. So first of all, first we studied translation. We say that translation means sliding of the shape, means sliding a shape left right, left slash right, and up slash down. ठीक है? And up slash down. Translation is done by a vector. Vector is mandatory. This is xy. We say that when x is positive, we go right. When x is negative, we go left. हम left जाते हैं. When y is positive, we go up. When y is negative, we go down. That was regarding translation. Then on the second number, we studied reflection. Reflection means mirror image. Mirror image. And I told you that this will come in Cambridge exam for 2 marks as well. Mirror image. So equation of line would be equation of line would be your line of reflection. Line of reflection. सिलेबस में देख लें, आपके सामने रिफ्लेक्शन लिखा हुआ है. अब वो कहता है क्वेश्चन में इन्वॉल्व कॉम्बिनेशन ऑफ ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन. तो वो कह सकता है कि अ शेप इज रिफ्लेक्टेड देन ट्रांसलेटेड. तो इस तरह के क्वेश्चंस आपको मैं प्रैक्टिस करवाऊंगा. मतलब यू कैन हैव बोथ ट्रांसफॉर्मेशंस टुगेदर एज वेल. इक्वेशन ऑफ लाइन विल बी योर लाइन ऑफ रिफ्लेक्शन. कॉमन इक्वेशन ऑफ लाइंस जो हैं आपको पता होना चाहिए. y इज इक्वल्स टू x क्या होता है? y इज इक्वल्स टू नेगेटिव x क्या होता है? 3. x एक्सिस भी हो सकता है जिसको हम कहते हैं y इज इक्वल्स टू 0. एंड फोर्थ लाइन जो बहुत कॉमन है वो है y एक्सिस जिसको हम कहते हैं x equals 0. These 4 lines are very much common for this for reflecting a particular shape. This is what we studied yesterday. ये हम लोगों ने कल पढ़ा था. And today we are going to proceed the class with our next two, and those two are rotation and enlargement of the shape. Okay. मैं यहाँ पे syllabus में लिख देता हूँ. Rotation of a shape about a center through multiples of 90. So it is for 3 marks. For 3 marks. And enlargement of a shape from a center by a scale factor, and this is also for 3 marks. Okay. So altogether, transformation can be 6 plus 2 plus 2, 10-mark question can come if you have all of them present in the paper. Okay.
सर एक
So,
सवाल.
yes, please.
सर ये ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन के क्वेश्चन लाजमी है कि हर दफा पेपर में आए या ये भी हो सकता है कि शायद ना आए?
मैंडेटरी है बेटा, मैंडेटरी. ये हर दफा
अस्सलाम
पेपर में
वालेकुम
आता
सर.
है.
अच्छा ठीक है
वालेकुम
सर.
अस्सलाम. हर दफा पेपर में आता है.
वालेकुम सर.
वालेकुम अस्सलाम. वालेकुम अस्सलाम. मेरा बच्चा कापियां खोल लो. शबा हरियम. स्टार्ट राइटिंग. अच्छा जी. So today we are going to start with this Okay. The third one is rotation. The rotation, as the name indicates, shapes will be rotated. Shapes will be rotated 90 degrees or 180 degrees. It can be clockwise or anti-clockwise rotation or anti-clockwise rotation. It can be clockwise or anti-clockwise rotation in case of 90 degrees, in case of 90 degrees. Because 90 degrees clockwise and 90 degree anti-clockwise, they are two different things. There are few key points in rotation, and all you have to understand those two key points. Remember one thing. The first key point, facts for 90 degrees. Facts for 90 degrees. लिखे अच्छा. Facts for 90 degrees. First one. After 90 degrees rotation, horizontal line will be a vertical line. Will be a vertical line. For example, this is a horizontal line in front of you. After 90 degrees rotation, this horizontal line will become a vertical line. Do you agree with me or not? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
And the second fact is that after 90 degrees rotation, a vertical line, a vertical line would be horizontal line. Would be horizontal line. उमर अगर फॉर एग्जांपल ये एक वर्टिकल लाइन है और अगर आप इसको 90 डिग्रीज रोटेट कर लो, आफ्टर 90 डिग्रीज रोटेट, तो दिस वर्टिकल लाइन विल बिकम हॉरिजॉन्टल लाइन. Do you agree with me or not? These are the facts for the rotation topic. So, any problems so far? Anyone?
No, sir.
This is very easy. That rotation means that shape will be rotated 90 degrees or 180 degrees. It can be clockwise or anti-clockwise rotation in case of 90 degrees, because for 90 degrees clockwise and anti-clock it does matter, but for 180 degree it doesn't matter. Agree or not? Yes or no? Now you can see one thing. Like for example, there is a triangle in front of you. After 90 degrees rotation. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select this shape here, and you can see that अगर मैं इसको 90 degrees rotate करता हूं तो with 90 degrees rotate करता हूं तो after 90 degrees rotation, this horizontal line became vertical and vertical line became horizontal. You can see one thing very clearly, that this is, for example, line AB, and this is your AB then, and this is BC, and this is your BC. So you can see one thing, that AB line is a vertical line, but after rotation, AB line is a horizontal line. And you can see one thing, that B to C is a horizontal line, but after 90 degrees rotation, it became vertical. That's the fact you need to understand one thing regarding 90 degrees rotation. Rotation, third fact is rotation is done by a specific center. Specific center. आपको center की जरूरत पड़ेगी if you are rotating a particular shape. If you are rotating a particular shape, तो आपको center की जरूरत पड़ेगी. Without center आप rotation जो है वो नहीं कर सकते. ठीक है? Then This is the case for the rotating 90 degrees. Now facts for 180 degree. Facts for 180 degrees rotation.
Sir, I have a doubt.
Yeah, please.
So by a specific center, you have told that rotation is done by a specific center. Which is the specific center and how do you find it?
It will be given in the question and we can find out the center, and there are few techniques. Just wait for some time.
All right.
Facts for 180 degrees rotation. After 180 degrees rotation, after 180 degrees rotation, vertical line will be vertical, will be vertical, and horizontal line note साथ साथ बनाए, horizontal line will be horizontal, horizontal. Example के तौर पे, like for example, you can see one thing that this is a triangle in front of you. After 180 degrees rotation, what will happen? I am going to create this triangle one more time. And you can see that I'm going to rotate this triangle 180 degrees. Clockwise or anti-clockwise, it doesn't matter. See, it's 90 degrees. This is 90 degree. Now this is 180 degree. Now, you can see that the triangle is rotated 180 degrees. And you can see one thing, that this is your line AB, let's say. This is your line AB. And after rotation, after 180 degrees rotation, this is your line AB, and that is vertical line. And this is your line BC, and this is your line BC. You can see one thing, that this is vertical here, Umar, and this is also vertical here after 180 degrees rotation. And this is BC, the horizontal line, and after 180 degrees rotation, this is 180 horizontal line as well. Agree or not, everybody? Yes or no? Any
Yes.
problem? Any problem?
No, sir.
How to find? There is an easy way. How to find? How to find center of rotation for 180 degrees? Answer is just connect, just connect corresponding points with rulers, with ruler, at least 2 points, at least 2 points. Now you can see one thing, Vadan, that there this shape is rotated 180 degrees, so I can find out the center if I just join A with A. Agree? If I just join A with A, and A with A would be right in front of you. Let me join this with a green color now. This is A with A, and let me join C with C, C with C. Okay. So Vadan, if for example you can see one thing, at least 2 points should be joined. You can see one thing, that this point of intersection is your center of rotation. This is your
Sir,
center of rotation. Yes.
sir, what if I'm connecting B and B and it passes like a bit differently?
Let's check. Look at the question. I'm connecting B and B. Is B and B passing from the same center or not?
Pretty much.
Yes or no?
Yes, it is.
It means that if the concept is right, that is the reason I wrote here, everybody, that to find out the center of rotation, you need to connect at least two corresponding points, at least two. Okay, you don't need the third one. Okay, if two are
Yes,
correctly plotted, you can get the center by your own.
yes.
Now there can be a question that, sir, how to find out center of rotation for 90 degrees? For what? 90 degrees. So to find out, to find mm, how to find how to find center of rotation, center of rotation 90 degrees clockwise or anti-clockwise? So the answer is first step, step 1. Try to draw L. What is that L? L is a something like that. Look at this, please, everybody. L is something like that because we know that the property of L is 90 degrees. This is 90 degrees, and these two lengths should be equal. That's how we can easily find out the center of rotation for 90 degrees rotation. How to do it? Just please pay attention, everybody. You can see one thing, that this is 4 boxes, 5 boxes, and this is 4 boxes. And let me just draw a triangle here. After 90 degrees rotation, we know this already that Vadan, we know this already that this shape after 90 degrees rotation will look like this. Agree or not? Yes or no?
Yes.
So I'm not placing the shape here. I'm placing the shape somewhere here. Any problem? Any problem?
No, sir.
Okay, you can see one thing, that the two shapes are rotated in front of you. How to determine whether it's a rotation or reflection? Because sometimes we have a doubt that whether it is a reflection or it's a rotation. Remember one thing, in cumulative exam, you will have the shape in front of you. What I can do as a teacher here, that if I have a doubt here that whether the shape is a rotated one or the reflected one, what I can do here is that this blue triangle, it has 3 vertices, Alina. इसके बेटा 3 vertices है. मैथ्स में vertices जो है ना, बिल्कुल आप सिंपल सा आप ये भी बोल सकते हो कि vertices सर कहते हैं 3 corners को, ठीक है, जहां पे एंगल बने होते हैं. 3 vertices का मतलब है 3 एंगल होंगे. अंडरस्टूड अलीना?
Yes, sir.
You can see that it's a yellow triangle, and as well as we have a blue triangle. It means that this is, for example, A, B, and C. So Alina, that is your A prime. This is obviously your B prime, and this is obviously your C prime. Now, Saim, you can see one thing here, Ayla, that I wrote here that this is a 90 degrees rotation. And if you are in doubt whether it is a 90 degrees rotation or not, or whether it is a rotation or not, or it is a reflection or not, you can see one thing, that in order to determine that whether it is a rotation or a reflection, if you have a doubt, in case of a doubt, let me write here because this is important for the notes making. In case of doubt, in case you have a doubt that whether it's a rotation or reflection, just connect just connect corresponding points. Just connect corresponding points. If they intersect, it's rotation, and if they don't, it's reflection. So let's see. You can see, Vadan, I have all the 3 points in front of you, and I have the ruler with me, and you will be having that ruler in your exam as well. What you can do as a student, आप क्या कर सकते हैं एज अ स्टूडेंट, कि आप एज अ स्टूडेंट इस चीज को अंडरस्टैंड करोगे पेपर में, कि यू कैन ड्रॉ अ लाइन, एंड आई टोल्ड यू कि आपने करस्पॉन्डिंग टू करस्पॉन्डिंग ज्वाइन करना है. तो जरा देखें बेटा, ए को जब ए से मैं ज्वाइन करता हूं तो स्ट्रेट लाइन लग रही है. एग्री और नॉट? यस और नो?
Yes, sir.
इफ आई एम ज्वाइनिंग बी विद बी, that is also straight line. Agree? But if I join C with C, that line is crossing the second one and the third one. Can you see that? So it means that the corresponding lines are intersecting each other. So this is the case of what? This is the case of rotation. It is not the case of reflection. I hope all of you are clear about this thing, that how to determine whether it is rotation or reflection. So any one of you want to summarize my wording? Ramin, what if you have a doubt in exam paper that whether it is rotation or reflection, what you will do?
श्योर हम लोग पहले कॉरेस्पॉन्डिंग पॉइंट्स मार्क कर लेंगे और फिर जो कॉरेस्पॉन्डिंग पॉइंट्स होंगे उनको ज्वाइन कर लेंगे अगर वो पैरेलल होंगे तो वो रिफ्लेक्शन होगी अदरवाइज रोटेशन होगी
वेरी गुड ओके आपके ही फेलो कैंडिडेट ने बेटा एक्सप्लेन किया है कि आप सबको ये पॉइंट क्लियर है
यस
जी
सर
सर
Yes,
अभी
sir.
देखने एग्जाम्पल के तौर पे क्योंकि ये पॉइंट आपको पेपर में मिलेगा एग्जाम्पल के तौर पे अगर मैं थोड़ा सा पीछे चला जाऊं तो दिस इज द केस ऑफ ये हमारे पास रिफ्लेक्शन का वर्कशीट था ना हाँ यस यू कैन सी वन थिंग इफ यू हैव अ डाउट इन दिस फॉर एग्जाम्पल अगर आपके पास डाउट हो कि यार ये रिफ्लेक्शन है या रोटेशन है तो आप जरा यहाँ पे देखो कि मैं अगर इस कॉर्नर को इससे ज्वाइन कर दूं इस कॉर्नर को इससे ज्वाइन कर दूं Ayla, you can see that all the corresponding lines they are parallel to each other. Can you see that? Ayla, can you see that beta? That all the corresponding lengths they are
Yes,
parallel
sir.
to each other. And the half of these corresponding points would be your mirror line. Obviously, Vadan, yesterday we studied this. Yes or no?
यस सर
And we know that the name of this line is y is equals to negative x. Agree? But in case of rotation, you need to understand one thing for 90 degrees and for 180 degrees, if the corresponding lines they intersect each other. So it means that this is the case of rotation, not the reflection. Understood, Vadan? So मैं जरा ये diagram जो है, I'm gonna create this diagram one more time down because I want to explain another thing. I don't want to erase that. So that is the reason you have this diagram in front of you one more time. Okay. So now you can see one thing. Now we are going to understand this thingy that how as a student you need to develop this kind of a scenario that how to find a center. So I wrote here try to draw L for 90 degrees. For 90 degrees try to draw L. So now let's see that how can I draw L here. Now one more thing. Saim, first of all you need to decide whether it is anti-clockwise or clockwise. It's clockwise or anti-clockwise.
सर
क्लॉकवाइज
क्लॉकवाइज
ओके ठीक है जी आप में से अगर किसी को क्लॉकवाइज और एंटी क्लॉकवाइज का थोड़ा सा आइडिया नहीं है तो मैं थोड़ा सा क्लियर करता हूं बेटा क्लॉकवाइज इज अ रोटेशन गोइंग दिस वे यस और नो इट्स अ क्लॉकवाइज रोटेशन एनी प्रॉब्लम एनीवन
नो सर
this is clockwise the manner of clock it is we have 12 here then we have 3 then we have 6 and then we have 9 here. But what is anti-clockwise? It's the same thing. It's the same thing, but in a opposite direction. Anti-clock, for example, 12, 9, 6, and 3. So your rotation will be going this way, anti-clockwise. So we got the idea that the rotation is clockwise. Now, Saim, can you see that? Can you see that this length and this length they are corresponding to each other?
जी
Yes or no?
यस
I can see that okay that B to B prime that B to B prime is what it my this is my length and it is 1 2 3 4 boxes down and 1 2 3 4 boxes right. Agree or not? Sign.
अग्रीड
So
सर
this is 4 boxes right and 4 boxes down. Agree? So this is the length I have. Can I say that sign that this is my L with a 90 degrees angle and two lengths are equal to each other, that these two lengths are equal to each other. Agree or not?
जी सर
So that particular point is your center of rotation. It is your center of rotation. Understood everybody or not? Yes or no?
सर अगर हम ये सी से करें तो फिर
सी से करेंगे तो सी से हमारे लिए क्यों डिफिकल्ट हो जाएगा, क्योंकि सी जो है वो दूर है। क्या है?
दूर है।
सी क्या है बेटा? हमारे लिए दूर है। क्या है बेटा?
दूर है।
लेकिन अगर हम लोग सी भी करें तो हमें वो सी कैसे पता लगेगा? आप जरा देखें बेटा प्लीज। बेटा सी टू सी प्राइम would be from this point till this point, and there will be a L like this. Agree or not? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
And you can see one thing, Arom, that this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 boxes. Agree?
Yes, sir.
And remember one thing, whenever you connect a point like B to B prime or C to C prime, that would be your hypotenuse. That would be your what? Hypotenuse. And according to the L technique, these two will remain same. Agree or not? Yes or no?
Yes,
बिल्कुल
sir.
सर. Yes, sir.
These two will remain same. So that is the reason, for example, in case of C prime, C to C, I have how many boxes, everybody? 8 boxes or 7? Can you please check?
8, sir.
8 boxes हैं. So जरा check करें बेटा, यहाँ पे ये 8 boxes मैंने लिए, रामीन C, और ये है बेटा C prime. Agree? ये 8 boxes हैं. Agree? And this is my
Okay.
hypotenuse. तो मैं यहाँ पे एक छोटा सा राइट एंगल ट्राइंगल बना के इसको जरा मैं चेक कर सकता हूँ कि this is 8, so this is x and that is x. So I know that 8 square, it should be equals to x square plus x square. 64 is equals to 2x square divided by 2 on both sides. 2 cancel. X square is equals to 32, and square root of 32 is equals to how much, bacha? Square root of 32 is how much? Just tell me. Square root of 32 is how much? Anyone?
Sir, 5.65.
5.65. So Ramin, if I connect C with this dot and then C prime with this dot, according to my calculation, it should be 5.65. If I place a scale here, and let's see that whether it is 5.65 or not. According to this thing, this will matter a lot, because in this scenario you can see one thing, that C and C prime, it is not related to 5.65. It is not related to 5.65 because this is drawn on, for example, a scale other than a paper. So let me draw another way as well. This is also the same thingy, but in this scenario, you can see one thing, that finding center through C and C prime, it was difficult. Agree? It was difficult. But B and B prime, they were closer. Try to draw L with a closer line. Okay. So let me conclude this part and let me do another example as well after this. So let me conclude this part here. So you can, yeah, we can have this diagram over here just for the sake of better understanding. Try to take, let me write here the summary. Try to take closer points. Closer points. This is, and we have another technique as well. Another technique is another technique another technique another technique for finding center of rotation is drawing perpendicular bisectors of corresponding points, at least two. So you can see one thing, that Sime, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this diagram one more time. You can see one thing, that we have this diagram in front of you. Yes, Sime?
जी sir.
And I'm going to take this diagram over here for one more time, in order to give you an idea that how to find out the center of rotation. I think I have to draw this diagram one more time, because I need to align this shape. Okay, let me draw this shape one more time. So please let me zoom in. So please pay attention. This is 4. This is also 4. वर्कशीट पे करना बहुत आसान होता है, लेकिन यहाँ पे शेप्स बनाने पड़ते हैं तो टाइम लगता है थोड़ा सा, ठीक है। 4 boxes down, 4 right. Okay, so this is 4 like this way, 4 like this way, and like this. Okay, so everybody please pay attention that this is A, that is B, this is C, this is obviously A, this is obviously B, and that is C. Now, Saim, I know that I need to find out the perpendicular bisector of B now. Agree? Now we know this
जी
already
सर
that how this is B prime, this is A prime, and this is C prime. Okay. So step 1 would be connect corresponding point. Connect corresponding point. How to? This is step 1.
Sir,
Listening.
sir, they give us tracing paper during the exam, so how?
Beta, listen to me very carefully. If they give you the tracing paper during the exam, first of all, tracing paper will not be given to you. Okay, you can ask for it. Secondly, if there is a question and finding the center is tricky, then they can give you this turning tracing paper. If this finding center is easy, they will not give you the tracing paper.
Sir, for me, they gave it even when there wasn't a question of translation. I mean, rotation,
So
sorry.
then you can easily use it. Okay. Okay.
Yes, sir.
This is step 1, connect the corresponding point. Once the point is connected, you will take a step 2. Step 2 would be, बेटा सब बच्चे लिखें ऐसा जरूर इंपॉर्टेंट है. Step 2 would be draw perpendicular bisector with the help of this triangle in your geometry box. You have this triangle in your geometry box already. Yes or no, everybody? You have this
जी सर
isosceles triangle in your geometry box.
Yes,
This
sir.
this triangle. You have this triangle in your geometry box already. Agree? Or by the help of compass, or by the help of compass, or by the help of compass. How to do it? Like for example, let me take this diagram one more time. Duplicate. Okay. Wait a minute. Just keep it here for some time. Okay. Sign. Draw perpendicular bisector with the help of this thing in your calculator, which is called the set square. इसको set square भी कहते हैं. क्या कहते हैं बेटा? Set
दैट्स
square. Now you can see one thing that I tried to draw this square in front of you in a isosceles manner because two lengths should be same. Now how to make a perpendicular bisector? All you need to do is when your two corresponding points are connected, you can do one thing that you can, instead of drawing a dotted line, you can draw a solid line here. You can draw a solid line here, and that solid line will play a lot of role. Vadan, I hope you are listening. Vadan, I hope you are listening. Okay. Now from this point to this point,
Yes,
Ramin, can
sir,
you see?
I'm listening. I'm listening.
Thank you. From this point to this point, Ramin, this is 3.2. Agree or not?
जी sir.
And half of 3.2 is what? 1.6.
जी sir.
So 1.5 and 1.6 will be this place. Agree or not? After 1.5, you will have 1.6. Agree, Ramin?
जी sir.
After 1.5, you will be having 1.6. So I marked a dot here and I'm rotating my ruler this way. Agree? And I'm going to draw a perpendicular bisector. So, Yamna, this is my first perpendicular bisector. Any problem? Any problem? This is my first perpendicular bisector. Perpendicular bisector. Arom, you can see one thing, that B to B prime line is halved with a 90 degrees angle, and this angle should be 90 degrees. Okay, done. So once it is done, you are supposed to find out another perpendicular bisector. So you can see one thing, everybody, that C to C prime is a vertical line, and drawing perpendicular bisector of a vertical or a horizontal line is a piece of cake. So I can draw the perpendicular bisector of this yellow line after 4 boxes. After 4 boxes, so Omar, I can draw the perpendicular bisector at this line. Agree or not? This is your second perpendicular bisector. Second perpendicular bisector. Now, Vadan, these two perpendicular bisectors, they intersect at this point or not?
Yes,
And
sir.
this is the center in front of you. Understood, everybody, or not?
सर
Yes
वो
or
दूसरा बहुत आसान तरीका था।
जो जो आपको पसंद आए आपने वो फॉलो करना है, ठीक है?
ठीक है सर।
जो तरीका आपको पसंद आए आपने वो फॉलो करना है। अभी रोटेशन का एक सिंपल सा वर्कशीट लेते हैं बिफोर गोइंग टू द पास्ट पेपर। सो इट्स रोटेशन कॉर्बेट मैथ्स। सिंपल वर्कशीट पहले करना जरूरी होता है, जिसमें आपको आइडिया हो जाए कि यार रोटेशन के क्वेश्चंस पेपर में किस तरीके से आएंगे, और फिर हम लोग पास पेपर ऐसे भी, अभी हम लोग पास पेपर नहीं कर रहे, वी आर लर्निंग, तो इट्स इम्पोर्टेंट टू हैव import after yes. Okay, let's do it now. They say that rotate the triangle 90 degrees clockwise about the point A. So beta, now you can see one thing, that I need to rotate this triangle from this point A. So I told you that Yamna, that this horizontal line will become vertical. Agree or not? Yes or no? So after 90 degrees rotation, this line will become like this. Agree? And this is my vertical line. So it is clockwise. So it will go 2 boxes towards right. And this is 90 degrees rotation. Any problem, anyone?
सर ये एक
Vertical.
बार सेकंड
दोबारा करते हैं. You can see one thing, Ayla, that A is my center. Examiner is saying that rotate this triangle 90 degrees clockwise. So obviously I can see one thing, that this line is my horizontal and this is my center. So this line will go there. Agree or not? So this is horizontal line. So this will be a vertical line. Agree? After drawing this vertical line, you can see that this line will be on the right side.
Yes.
So then you can draw the shape rest by your own. Agree? Horizontal line will be a vertical line,
Yes, sir.
horizontal line will be a vertical, and horizontal line will be and a vertical line will be horizontal. So that's how you rotate a particular shape from a center. So this is done. Let's proceed with the next question. Let's see. Rotate the triangle 180 degrees about the point B. So every point will be rotated 180 degrees. So what will happen? It's very easy. Rotation is very easy, by the way, 180 degrees. This point is this much away. So this point will go there. So I am going to mark this point as, this is my first point. Now, Vadan, you can see that this point is going this way and it is 2 boxes. So let me draw this 2 boxes here. Any problem?
नो
Any
सर
problem? So this is my second point. So obviously my third point crossing the center, it will come. This is my center. This will come here. Agree or not? Yes or no? So obviously my third point will come here. So if I join the shape this way, so you can see one thing, Ayla, that this is not a reflection. This is a rotation of 180 degrees. And what happened here, Vadan, according to the concept, vertical is vertical. Agree? Vertical is vertical. So it means that this is 180 degrees rotation. It is not a 90 degrees rotation. Okay. Let's see. It's a Cambridge style question. Now they say that rotate triangle ABC clockwise about the center 0, 0. Okay. So 0, 0. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to draw L. I'm going to draw L. Draw L. So center is 0, 0. So this is origin. So Vedant, L should be isosceles 1, triangle 1. Agree? Two lengths should be same. Agree?
Sure.
This is 1 right and 3 up. Agree? Just reverse the vector. Just reverse the vector. It's 1 right and 3 up. You can see that the vector is 1 right and 3 up. Agree or not? Yes or no? Just reverse the vector. Just reverse the vector. It would be 3 towards right and 1 down now. Now check. Now check, Vadan. This is 3 towards right and 1 down or not? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Is this your L or not? क्या ये वही L है जो आप चाहते थे?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so what happened here? What happened here? My this point would be A prime. Now sign, once your one point is rotated, you can draw the rest of the shape. You can see one thing, sign that A to B is a horizontal line. So A to B prime would be what? Vertical or not? It's a 90 degrees rotation. Agree?
जी सर.
So this would be A to B prime. Agree? B to C is a vertical line and it would be a horizontal line. Agree? So this would be a clockwise rotation like that. So this is 90 degrees. 90 degrees
सर ये वाला फिर कर सकते हैं.
clockwise. Explain करता हूँ, देखें सब. First point, connect any point with the center. Try to draw L. Okay. So you can see that in order to draw a L, it is 1 right and 3 up. This is 1 right and 3 up. Just reverse the vector. Right as it is the same thing, same sign of Y. Okay. To the X, it would be 3. And this X is plus 1. So this will become minus 1. So you can draw 3 towards right and 1 down. So you will get a L here in that format. Okay. So you can see one thing, that if you do not apply this technique, still if you can see that okay, my L is gonna come here, like वो obvious सी बात है बदान कि अगर यहाँ से यहाँ तक draw किया तो ये तो L नहीं है ना, ये भी L नहीं है, ये L नजर आ रहा है आपको, agree or not by naked eye. अगर आप ये इस्तेमाल ना भी करो and still you can draw a L, so that is fine for you. Okay.
सर या तो हम कंपास के साथ डी के साथ मेजर कर सकते हैं एंगल को.
हाँ बिल्कुल बिल्कुल, आप ये भी कर सकते हैं कि दैट यू कैन प्लेस अ प्रोटेक्टर हियर. आप प्रोटेक्टर को जो है वो यहाँ पे रखें. जैसे कि एग्जांपल के तौर पे अगर मैं यहाँ पे एक छोटा सा प्रोटेक्टर बनाता हूँ, जस्ट गिव मी अ सेकंड, जस्ट फॉर द सेक ऑफ एग्जांपल मैंने ये प्रोटेक्टर बनाया है. वदान, यू कैन प्लेस अ प्रोटेक्टर हियर. एग्री? आप 90 डिग्रीज एंगल लगाओगे, जाहिर सी बात है 90 डिग्रीज एंगल, 90 डिग्रीज एंगल इट विल कम समवेयर हियर. एग्री? सो आपने यहाँ से यहाँ तक कंपास का डिस्टेंस मेजर करना है और यहाँ से यहाँ तक एक पॉइंट मार्क करना है, तो दैट पॉइंट वुड बी योर ए प्राइम. ओके, आपकी मर्जी. ठीक है, whatever is suitable for you, proceed with that technique in the paper. ठीक है
वैसे सर ये एल की लेंथ हमें कैसे पता चलेगी?
बेटा, एल की लेंथ हमें कैसे पता लगती है? वो तो हम ट्राइंगल से निकाल लेते हैं ना, वो हमने ट्रिग्नोमेट्री पढ़ा है ना.
अच्छा
ये
ठीक है
1
वो.
राइट है, ये 3 अप है, तो ये 1 डाउन है, 3 अप है, दोनों का हाइपोटेन्यूज सेम ही आएगा ना.
सही है.
Proceeding, look at this shape. Rotate trapezium 90 degrees clockwise about the origin. Okay, first step, mark center. First step, mark center. So let's mark the center now and its origin. Okay, so now sign, I'm going to draw L now. Agree? So that is very much obvious that you can do with a trial and error method as well. This is not L. Agree? Agree?
जी
But this
सर.
is L. This is L. Agree?
जी बिल्कुल.
अगर आप यहाँ पे ले जाओ तो देखो ये L नहीं है, ये एंगल ऑब्ट्यूज बन रहा है. Agree?
जी.
So we got the idea that okay, this is L. This is 90 degrees. We are going to rotate this trapezium 90 degrees anti-clockwise. Sorry. So we are going to draw the L in the downward direction. ठीक है? It's anti-clockwise. मैंने ऊपर clockwise समझा, so this is anti-clockwise. Okay. Now you can see one thing, sign that my this point would be A, like suppose. So this point would be my A prime. One point is translated. I'm going to draw the rest of the shape. Now Ayla, this is 3 boxes to the up. So obviously baat hai that this is a vertical line. So this would be a horizontal line. Agree or not? And rest of the shape will look like
Yes.
that after 90 degrees rotation. रामीन बेटा समझ आया?
जी सर.
दिस इज द आंसर। लाइक फॉर एग्जांपल अगर इसको 90 डिग्रीज राइट साइड पे रोटेट करना पड़े, क्लॉकवाइज में रोटेट करना पड़े, सो दिस ए प्राइम विल गो देयर एज ए, दिस वुड बी माय ए प्राइम, एग्री।
सर
एंड दिस
ये एल का
वर्टिकल लाइन विल
कॉन्सेप्ट
बी,
समझा सकते हैं?
बेटा एल का कॉन्सेप्ट देखो यहाँ पे ये है ना कि जैसे आपने सेंटर के साथ मार्क किया कोई भी पॉइंट, एग्री, एग्री।
जी
अब
सर।
यहाँ पे एक ऐसी लाइन लगानी है कि जो 90 डिग्रीज एंगल भी बना ले इसके साथ, तो ये लाइन बनेगी, तो एल बन जाता है। देखो ये एल है ना कि नहीं?
सर तो फिर तो इसके लिए कंपास की जरूरत होगी ना?
देखिए कॉम्पस की जरूरत उस बच्चे को होगी जो एल नहीं ड्रॉ कर सकता, ठीक है, समझ आई? इफ यू कैन नॉट ड्रॉ एल, अगर आप एल ड्रॉ नहीं कर सकते, सो देन यू कैन इजीली प्रोसीड विद दैट वे, ठीक है, अंडरस्टूड?
अंडरस्टूड।
चलें, ये मैं मिटा देता हूँ क्योंकि एंटी क्लॉकवाइज था। एक और क्वेश्चन देख लें। Dylan has been asked to rotate rectangle A 90 degrees anti-clockwise about the origin. He has labeled this answer B. Explain his mistake. What is the mistake? Angle is right. 90 degrees rotation is done. What is the mistake you can see? Everybody. Ayla, Khushi,
ये
Rami.
तो मेरे ख्याल से रोटेशन क्लॉकवाइज हुई हुई ना।
Yes, he rotated. He rotated clockwise instead of anti-clockwise. तो ये बात समझ आ रही बेटा?
सर कैसे?
देख लो ना बेटा, आपको ये नजर आ रहा है ना कि ये ट्राइंगल ए जो है वो राइट साइड पे रोटेट हुआ है, ये क्लॉकवाइज रोटेशन है। एंटी क्लॉक पे इसको नीचे आना चाहिए था।
अच्छा ठीक है ठीक है।
दैट इज द मिस्टेक। प्रोसीडिंग, रोटेट ट्राइंगल ए बी सी फ्रॉम द सेंटर 10। ओके, सेंटर 10, एक्स इज 1 एंड वाई इज 0। अब 180 डिग्रीज है तो मुईद दिस इज 180 डिग्रीज, दिस इज योर सेंटर, ठीक है। अब 180 डिग्रीज का मतलब क्या है मुईद? आपको पता है कि बिल्कुल सामने ही जाएगा, ओके। सो मुईद दिस इज योर, आपने रूलर रख लिया 0 पे, एंड दिस इज 5 देयर। कैन यू सी दैट मुईद? मुईद
जी सर।
बेटा नजर आ रहा है कि नहीं? x is 1
जी
and y
जी।
is 0, x is 1 and y is 0, एग्री।
यस
सो
सर।
बड़ा कॉमन कॉमन सेंस की बात है, ये थोड़े से कॉमन सेंस की बात है कि यहाँ पे सेंटर के साथ आपने a को मैच किया, एग्री, एंड यू कैन सी दैट दैट दिस इज द डिस्टेंस, एंड ठीक है, दिस इज 2 राइट 3 डाउन, दिस इज, तो ये यहाँ पर आएगा, एग्री और नॉट मुईद?
एग्री सर।
तो ये पॉइंट आपका यहाँ पे आपका रोटेट हो जाएगा, ठीक है। दिस लेट मी मार्क दिस पॉइंट, ओके। ओके नाउ डू दैट विद द सी एज वेल। 0 पे सेट कर लो रूलर को, ओके, बिकॉज रूलर जो है वो आपका हॉरिजॉन्टल होता है, ठीक है साइन। तो दिस इज 5.5, तो रिवर्स में 5.5 आ जाओ। मैं कहता हूँ ये है पॉइंट है मेरा, तो मुझे तो पॉइंट नजर आ गया। लेट्स सी, तो हमारा ए और सी तो ज्वाइन हो गया, तो जाहिर सी बात है बेटा बी लगाना बहुत आसान है, एग्री।
जी सर।
तो ये हो गया आपका रोटेशन 180 डिग्रीज फ्रॉम दिस गिवन सेंटर। और व्हाट हैपेंड, व्हाई इट इज 180? सी दैट ये हॉरिजॉन्टल लाइन है, ये हॉरिजॉन्टल है, ये भी यहाँ पे भी हॉरिजॉन्टल है, ये वर्टिकल है, एंड दिस इज आल्सो वर्टिकल, अग्री? एनी प्रॉब्लम?
नो सर।
सी, rotate 90 degrees clockwise about the center 1 2, okay, center 1 2, x is 1 y is 2, x is 1 and y is 2, that is my center now, and it is clockwise rotation। अब ये clockwise rotation है तो ये राइट साइड पे जाएगा, ठीक है, ठीक है बेटा। तो यहाँ पे हमने इसका बना लिया, एल बनाने के लिए बी को कनेक्ट किया, ओके। अब देखो बेटा, आप खुद कॉमन सेंस लगाओ, खुद कॉमन सेंस लगाओ, क्या ये एल बनता है? इज दिस अ एल?
नहीं।
नो
ओके,
सर।
व्हाट अबाउट दिस वन?
यस।
व्हाट अबाउट
नहीं
दिस
सर
वन?
फिर भी नहीं है। नहीं है सर।
ओके, व्हाट अबाउट दिस वन?
No.
व्हाट अबाउट दिस वन?
सर फिर भी एक्यूट एंगल बन रहा है।
फिर भी एक्यूट एंगल बन रहा है, ठीक है। तो अब हम लोग अपना पॉइंट रिवर्स कर लेते हैं, तो ये इट्स 2 टूवर्ड्स लेफ्ट एंड इट इज 3 अप, एग्री, यस और नो?
ठीक।
तो
बिल्कुल।
इट्स 3 एंड 2, सो यहाँ पे बनेगा, एग्री और नॉट?
हाँ।
यहाँ
हाँ
पे बनेगा, सो हम
यहाँ पे
ट्राई करते
बनेगा।
हैं, बना के देखते हैं
अच्छा
ना।
हाँ हाँ। ठीक है,
बना के देखते हैं ना। चलें जी, क्या ये 90 डिग्रीज बन रहा है?
जी जी
और इज दिस 90 डिग्रीज और नॉट? Alina, is this 90 degrees or not, bacha?
Yes,
So
sir.
you connected with B. So this point would be your B prime. So obviously A and C would be somewhere here. Agree? Yes.
Sir, when you're doing this in the paper, how do you ensure that this is 90 degrees?
This is what? 90
I-
degree. Better this grid will tell you a lot of story. Agree? We know that this grid will have angle like this would be 90. Agree or not?
yes, sir.
An angle like this will also be 90. Agree or not? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So this will tell you the whole story. Got it?
Yes, sir. Got it.
Got it? This will tell you the whole story. So if you rotate this shape clockwise, so this shape will go to this shape 90 degrees anti-clockwise till this rotation. You can see one thing here. अगर मैं यहाँ पे एक draw कर दूँ, यहाँ पे shape triangle यहाँ पे draw कर दूँ, साइन नजर आ रहा है बेटा? हाँ,
जी सर, नजर आ रहा है।
देखें, अगर मैं इसको यहाँ पे रख के 90 डिग्रीज रोटेट करता हूँ तो सी क्या ये ऐसा बन रहा है कि नहीं?
जी, बन रहा है।
तो ये हमने ठीक किया। ठीक है, ओके।
ठीक है सर।
प्रोसीडिंग
सर 11 बजे हो गए, आई मीन 8।
8 हो गए। चलें जी, बाकी की आप वर्कशीट आप लोग खुद ट्राई करें। बाकी इंशाल्लाह एनलार्जमेंट कल कराऊंगा मैं आप लोगों को। ठीक है, विल डू
ठीक
द
है सर,
एनलार्जमेंट टुमारो इंशाल्लाह। ठीक है, थैंक
इंशाल्लाह।
यू।
अल्लाह हाफिज़
अल्लाह
सर।
हाफिज़ सर।
अल्लाह हाफ़िज़।